So this video is to show you how to set up the notebook for your first novel, which would be either Frindle or Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So this video is for Frindle. So I have the notebook here. You should have already gone through and put together the notes pages at the front of the book. My poetry unit is the first one that I teach, so if you're doing that, I would do poetry first. That's we learn all of the figurative language during poetry, so I would suggest teaching that beforehand if you don't want to do poetry unit first. So for Frindle, on the very front page is where we put our jobs. It tells us what section. This is section 1. We'll go over chapters 1 and 2. Our job is to work on figurative find, which you'll notice we do through the entire book, and to answer question 1. In section 2, we'll do word wizard, questions 2 and 3. Now for Frindle, this one we do all together, and I do this grade as a completion grade. I set it up a little differently for Harry Potter, where we'll do all of the jobs in section 1 and then everyone will do their own jobs for the rest of the novel. So just something new I decided to try and see how it works. Alright, so then you'll have the students, after they've glued this in, you're going to teach them how to put the book together, because for all the subsequent novels they actually do a really good job of putting it together themselves. With just a minimal amount of guidance. So we'll go to section 1 and we say we need figure find and question 1. So we go to the first pages here, label it section 1, chapters 1 and 2, figure find and question 1. So in this top section I simply have them put the information that they have here so that when we're going into book club it's easy to find and they can easily go back and see what they were supposed to do. There's a lesson to go along with how to answer questions, text evidence and stuff like that, and how to restate the question. So I just start them off here. I think I will like this book because, or I do not think I will like the book Frindle because. And just as a reminder, this is where they got that question from. Question 1 is, do you think you will like this book? Why or why not? I don't think I mentioned in the earlier videos, just FYI, I've put the teaks in here for the jobs as well as the questions, so if you need to reference that at all you can. Alright, then we go back to our job. We look what is section 2. It's chapters 3 and 4. We're always working on figurative find. Not sure if that's in focus there or not. Word wizard, questions 2 and 3. So I have them. We're not doing the work as we write these in. We're just writing this in now. Section 2, chapters 3 and 4, figurative find, word wizard, question 2 and 3. Word wizard has a job page, so we will glue this page in while we're writing this in. Then we'll go to section 3, back at the front, find out that it's chapters 5 and 6, figure find, sum it up, and question 4. Here we'll write it in, section 3, chapters 5 and 6, figure find, sum it up, question 4. And we're going to move on to section 4, chapters 7 and 8, figure find, fortune teller, question 5, and again write it up here. Section 5, chapters 9 and 10, figurative find, text detective, which does have a job sheet, so we'll be gluing this page in. And section 6, chapters 11 and 12, figure to find what a character. Question 7, what a character does have a page. So we'll glue that in. And section 7, which is our final figure to find. So the whole time we've been doing figure to find, we've been filling these in as we go. So for section 7, we're reading chapters 13 through 15, completing our figure to find, our story plot diagram, and our questions 8, 9, and 10. So this one actually takes 2 pages. It's the only one that does at the end. So they will fill in the plot diagram with the big things that happened and make sure these are finished. So these should be pretty much done by the time you get here. So the main job here is the story plot diagram and answering questions 8, 9, and 10. And that's how we set up for Frindle. And in a later video, I'll go over in a little more detail when I show you how to do book club, how they'll be referencing these sheets a little bit more. All right, thanks for watching.